So we're here at our next destination and the next episode of Spotlight, where we've travelled all the way from the UK over to France to film our Christmas special.
So, as you can see, this is not a Christmas special, but we are back at Ivaro Lakes. So, you'll watch this film and you can see why. I don't know if it's still on, man. It's took more line now on me.
It's been really, really hard so far, and the reason for that, we've had all this rain.
It's in! Boys, come on! Come on! Baby, get on the dolly, I'm getting in.
The water from the river, which is really, really cold, filters through that gravel layer into the lake, which then raises this lake up.
Bruv, that's a cheese. It's a common. Come on! Come on! Come on! I love fishing. I love it. Oh, I'm so happy. Come on! So we was last back here in November to start the Christmas special. We was incredibly unlucky with the weather. We had these cold floods, just hit the lake, water temperature dropped dramatically. I say we was unfortunate a week earlier and it would have been fine. I say it was just, that's the time in fishing sometimes. But we're back here now in February to give it another go. There's definitely something about this lake. These fish, they're incredible. I can actually remember seeing the WhatsApp photos Jamie sent into the group. I say these fish, these commons, it's the commons for me, they are unreal. And I say, we come back in November, 4 of us, and I say we got off to such a good start. Mark was here early doors, fish first evening, hopes were high. We thought, oh, this is it. Like we're gonna get it right.
First one.
Yeah.
It's not a big one, but it's the first one. The first one is always the most important. Yes. And we got brutal 50-mile-an-hour gusts as well. Over my shoulder, there's been a few fish crashing in the middle out there. Now we've got 20 foot of water out there. It comes off into this corner behind me to about 12 foot, down to 20 foot quite aggressively, back up to a big sandbar out there about 14 foot. And as it comes into this corner, it's quite weedy. And it's the weedy area where I had the fish last night. We're going to have to sit on our rods for a little while just to work out how to properly hit this lake. And it normally, I've said it before, it takes me a couple of days to get in tune, but it's a good start. One on the bank already, and let's see what happens.
Hopes were high. We thought, oh, this is it. Like we're gonna get it right. And then obviously it just died. Calmed down for 2 days. The fish were showing, but I say this water temperature was so cold from being so mild before to going so cold.
It's been really, really hard so far, and the reason for that is we've had all this rain. The river, which is directly behind us, underneath this bank where I'm actually bivvied up, is a layer of gravel. And as that river rises up, the water from the river, which is really, really cold, filters through that gravel layer into the lake, which then raises this lake up. Now, this lake isn't going to go down until that river drops, but when that river drops, it's going to take a few days, maybe a week after that, for this to continue to lower down. And the reason for that, that gravel is going to act like a filtration system, and it's not going to just rush back out into the river. The only problem is everything is against us, and we're now decided we're going to do what we was instructed or sort of recommended to do by the bailiff and sit and wait, which is exactly what we're doing now.
So an opportunity come up midweek whilst we was here in November. The Bachelier family, I do apologise if I got that wrong, invited us out to net large brocard with them. And I say it was an incredible experience for the team. We got to help them out, see some amazing fish in their venues, see how they manage their lakes through the netting process and what they take out. And I say it's just an experience myself and the whole team will take away with us that we won't forget. It was just great to be a part of it. So the first fish come from Mark. As I said, this was very early on, this first night of the session. It went very quiet after that. And so it weren't till sort of like the Thursday morning of the session, that's when my rod actually tore off. And I've said it before, these fish are incredible in here. It was only a low 30 mirror, but just the colours on it, the mouths in there, they're immaculate. These fish, again, this is the reason why we come here. These fish are insane. Early this morning, middle rod rattled off. Had a great fight out there with it. Managed to get it in. Got myself a lovely 30-pound mirror. I say it has been hard work to get this fish. We've got an average depth of about 20 foot in front of us. Water level is up here. Water's cold. Just finding them features out there. Little bit of knowledge from the bailiff, which has helped us out sitting on the backs of these bars. I'm fishing at about 9 foot deep. Introduced a bit more bait last night, and that's what I was rewarded with this morning. So we've got 3 more nights ahead of us, and I'm looking forward to see what these nights bring. So it was tough in November, and I say the team and myself, we do not like to be beaten. Mark the bailiff gave us the opportunity to come back a little bit later on, I say early February, and for me, I had to take it. Unfortunately, not all the team could come, but yeah, I say these fish in there, watching these commons jump out in this lake, I just really wanted to get myself one of these fish. So I say when the first chance come up to come back, I was 100% taking it. So that's where we are now. We're back here now. So mate, What do you think of the place? We're finally here.
To be fair, it is amazing. It's not quite what you told me it was going to be. No, but it's still an amazing lake, to be fair.
It's changed a lot here. The water level is up a lot. We can't get away from that. We're about 8 foot of flood water here. We was back here in November, and we thought the water level was high in November because it was up 4 or 5 foot then. Unfortunately, you wasn't here in November.
No, couldn't make that one.
I say Mark was here. A couple of the other guys were here. It's actually nice to have my fishing wife with me and be back. I love that. But yeah, it was tough then. We had it tough. I say the water level had just jumped up. We had more milder conditions. So it's a lot warmer. Now we've got a hell of a lot of water, but I feel the conditions are right for us. All the temperatures are the same, if that makes sense.
Yep.
I feel, and I say from what we've seen already, the activity.
We've seen a lot of fish jumping.
Seen some mega fish jumping.
Some nice.
Right? This is why we're here. These fish are absolutely stunning, and I can't wait to get amongst them. So we're going to give you an update. I'll run you back to first thing this morning from 6 AM. I say when we got up this morning, we sat here for a good 45 minutes to an hour watching the water, and it was giving away so much information to us. We were seeing fish crashing over our spots, but like it gets the mind ticking. There's like 2-3 jumps over one of the spots and we get nothing from it. So like to me, changes need to be made. We're clearly not presented well enough out there to get the take. So I say between myself and Joff, we decided zigs were the way forward. With all this extra flood water we've got here, definitely felt the zigs being presented above the ground was the way forward. So we decided to make them changes at around about 8 o'clock. I say whip the rods in, put the zigs out, and there you have it. 45 minutes later, it roars off, and we're in.
We're balling, yeah? What's that, 45 minutes on the zig?
45 minutes on the zig now, but do you know what? We've been seeing them active, and I don't know about you, but you see them bosh over your spot 3-4 times and you've not hooked them.
Yeah.
It just tells you, not you're doing something wrong, but you've got to make changes because you feel confident to catch them, right?
Yep.
So it had to be a zig.
Changes worked.
It was an epic battle. As I say, we weren't truly prepared for what unfolded. I say it took us into a snag just out in open water out there, and I say it just held us there. Don't want to say it because it's quite sickening, but all the signs of a big fish, heavy, holding the bottom, there's no shaking, it's just doing what it wants to do and holding.
You're only just there. Go to the trees. We're going to have to move away.
You're just sitting there.
You'll have to go to that tree. Come on, Jay. Just in case. Just in case. Do you want me to clamber in waders, mate?
Mate, he's just sitting there.
Do you want me to go and wade her up?
Might have to get a boat.
You want a boat?
Might have to go out in the boat and change that angle on him.
Yeah.
He's just sitting behind something now.
That's sitting on that wall, isn't it?
Behind that wall. Like the old swim, it just drops off, don't it?
Do you want me to get a boat? Get in the boat.
So first of all, waders on. Joff went and grabbed them, walked the margin, tried to change the direction, but it just wasn't enough to get over it. So then it was go get the boat. So all this is taking time. And I say finally got into the boat, got out over the top of it, actually see it, which is the most sickening thing. Mate, the fish is on. This f***ing chunk is sitting underneath it, moving. But unfortunately, we lost it. I say, but we will take the positive from that. That the change from zigs is what has got us to take. So now, from that, we've learned. Boat is in the swim, ready to go for us next time. Straight in a boat, straight on top of the fish, and just get straight out to it. Yeah, a little bit gutted, but we're ready to get some more. No, we're done. The zig's here. It's done.
Done.
No. and I'm found a snag down here. Yeah, we're done. I have no idea what's going on here, boys. You know what? I think any lost fish, no one likes it.
No.
For me, more so here than anywhere else. One, because you see the fish that are in here.
Yep.
And the second thing, we're on such a short time frame here, being the 4 days. It took us 2 days to figure it out.
Yep.
Finally get the take. When I say my leg was shaking. So nervous playing it, because you just do not know what's on the end of it in here.
No.
And then to lose it, it's just heartbreaking. As I say, obviously, you just feel like you let the team down. I know it's not, but you feel that way because it's such an important fish to get in. And I was on a pretty low that night, like just quiet, not myself, but just the fishermen we are. You pick yourself up, we work together as a team, and we get back out there and we do what we do.
Got an opportunity to put the wrong from the day before right, get a bite on
Definitely. So, if anything, losing that fish, it definitely taught us something. And for me, it was the depth of the zig.
Yep.
So it's the depth of that take. As much as hated losing it, it gave me that information to say,
yep,
they're sitting at 6 foot. So for me, it was every rod I had in that area went on to 6 foot.
Yep.
And then it came good, right? Still lunging. He's lunging still. Yeah, he's still on. I just don't know what he's on. It did snag me up a little bit.
It was touch and go for me.
Listen, it was, but obviously you've got the angles on it now.
Yep.
Makes a huge difference. And yeah, do you know what? It's the moments when you're in the boat and you see them fish come up through the clear water. Yeah, I'll take that one.
I think at one point we were standing there, we was watching, and I was like, he's got buried again. This is another one going down. He's done it all right, and we're going to lose another one in the same sort of situation. And then all of a sudden, there it is. It's bubbled up. It's there. It's there. It's there.
These fish know where to go, right? Oh, it's a chunk. Boys, it's a chunk. It's in. It's in. Boys, come on! Come on! Oh! Bruv, that's a cheese. It's a common. Come on! Love fishing. I love it. Oh, I'm so happy. Come on! Oh. To be honest, it ain't really sunk in yet. It's just, again, I've said it before, these fish are unreal. The math on it, immaculate. And I say, it's just why we come here. It's for these particular fish, these originals, they are fantastic to catch. There you go. This is why we come to Ivaro. These fish are something special in here. I say we was a little disheartened in camp when we lost one, but I tell you what, this is up the mood. This is why we come here. Little, about around the 47 pound mark, give or take a few ounces. But yeah, do you know what? I'm made up, slightly lost for words. Great battle in the boat. I say this was on the change of the zigs. All rods on zigs now, they're all out there. I just want to catch some more of these beautiful carp in this venue. We letting her go. Come on! Yes, Jay.
So Carl's just had a a nice lump, a nice common. It's caught all up this margin. So on the zig, I've decided to head up to the other end of the lake, maximise our chances of getting another bite. It's a bit far for Kyle to get up this side, so there is an opportunity for me to get a zig out and try and get on the back of that and see if we can nick a bite. There's been plenty showing, I mean plenty showing. So we're on a yellow zig, tipped off of maggots. That's done 2 bites for Kyle. Hopefully I'll be able to nick a bite out of here as well.
I feel like we figured out a bit of their routine, right?
A little bit, it's a short, small window.
Yeah, I just feel like we've got to get them rods set early night and our window is in the morning. Yeah. And it's becoming quite apparent now. They're showing on the left-hand side of the lake, very tight to the margins, just jumping in and out up there.
But it was Jamie, he was out on the boat this morning, like trying to get some great footage of fish jumping.
Well, so you had an opportunity.
Yeah.
Was we a little late to it?
Possibly.
But going forward tomorrow,
we know the plan.
Yeah.
Made the plan. So zigs obviously working. How big are the zigs? What depth fishing?
We're at about 5.5 foot
yep.
on zigs at the minute.
Yep.
Bearing in mind this water is up a lot.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so we're fishing margins that are like 16 foot deep.
Yes.
So we're sort of just over that bottom quarter. But you're going to get prepped nice and early for the morning.
Yes.
And then we're going to try and maximise our time here because it is a short time we're here.
Yeah, it's only a couple of hours. That window, they show between sort of 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning.
And that's our opportunity.
And you seem to get that one bite at that said time, right? So 2 bites in 2 days.
Doing something right.
Doing something right.
So we just press repeat and carry on, eh?
So plan of action now. Get set. Ready for maybe a night bite. Try something different.
If it happens, it happens.
Tomorrow, back on the zigs for that time of day.
Yeah, feeling good.
Go with that. I'd actually tried to cash in on your success on your margin, went the other side of the lake, stuck a zig down there as well, saw some showing fish.
It was a different day, right? The wind had swung, the air temperature dropped a lot, and the shows had stopped. We were getting ourselves up at, say, 6:30 every morning on first light, just before first light, and most mornings it was a dolphin show. That particular morning, nothing showed. 1 or 2 is very, very different to the rest of the days. It felt different. So we just popped up to the other end of the lake. Joff was up here this morning. It didn't quite go to plan this morning. A few things have changed, weather condition, air temperatures dropped. Has it pushed the fish down? So what we're doing now, sending the boat out on the deeper. Just going to see if we can find something a little bit different up this end, because I feel like we're going to have to change, whether that be the depth of the zigs or we actually fish on the bottom. So we're just going to explore around here for a little bit and see what we can find. So we just found a spot out there. It's probably sort of mid-water, but it's sitting around about 12 foot. So it's the shallowest bit we found in this lake so far. Obviously normal conditions in the summer, this spot would probably be around about the 4 to 6 foot mark. So I definitely feel this is something we need to explore while we're here. So this could potentially be a spot for tonight. It wasn't until that evening though they started to show again.
Well, you say show. I've made a few changes. You found what we call Mount Everest, and we applied a little bit of bait, and then it became a dolphin show. But later on, look back through the camera to find out they're all bream jumping over the spot. And that takes us on to what you had. Another bite, a little bit later than usual on your rod.
It was an unusual time. So our bite window's been between, I would say 8 till 10.
Yep.
That sort of frame. This come in the evening about 4:30.
Yeah.
It was an unusual time, but I say it seemed like they just woke up then. It was an unusual day, to be fair. It was an unusual take. Very small fish syndrome from the beginning. And I say, when you're in the boat and you're not moving and the fish is coming towards you, you can tell it's not much on the end of it. Right, the bream just seemed to be so active.
Yeah, last night the bream were smashing
Bizarre.
everywhere. But enough for us to think at long distance they were carp jumping, because that's what it looked like from here, right? Just rolling over.
Yeah, honestly, obviously they're at range. It's hard to actually, without binoculars out, it's hard to actually see them. But yeah,
And when you're having a tough time, you try to convince yourself that you've got fish on your spot, regardless of what they are.
it's a good buzz, right? I say it has been a tough session for us, but I think people come out here with the illusion, or a misconception maybe, that you come out to France, you haul fish, they're just all big fish, and it's not always the case. Look, I'm not saying them venues ain't out there, they are out there, but for me, this is not one of these venues. This is quality over quantity, right?
Yeah.
And they are quality fishing here.
I'd say this lake is, it's on the harder spectrum, if you like. I mean, you've really got to find features. You've really got to know
You've got
what
to be
you're trying
accurate,
to.
right?
Yeah. You've got to adapt as well. It's not. I've been. That's away. It's away.
Babe, arms. Right, jump in. I'll go with him, yeah? Yeah, right, go on. Yeah, go on, I'll push us off, get in.
You were on that boat.
You have to be, mate. We have to bring the fight to these. If we have it in these margins down here, we're in trouble. If it goes to go under the boat, just loosen that clutch off and lower the rod down and let it go. We got 20 foot of water here, and I'll just reposition the boat afterwards. So, mate, you've got this. You've played so many fish. You know exactly what you're doing. The only difference is we're floating doing it. If it's a 25-minute battle to a 30-minute battle, I don't care, mate. Just let him wear itself down, he'll pop up, and then we'll have him. Look, he's blowing bubbles now, he's f***ed. I can see the bubbles coming up. No, let go. I can't get over here. Come. Yes! Come on! Yes! Come on!
Yes!
Oh! Yes!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh!
Right, hold on to that net.
Oi, oi!
That's us. That's the end of the session, mate.
Yep.
Been a great session. It's been tough. Would have liked a few more fish, shall we say, but I'm mega pleased with what we've got. And I say for you to come out and grab a PB, and what a PB common that was. Do you know what I mean? It's one of the biggest reasons we come here, right? Banging. Which PB?
£45.
£46.
Come on.
Good.
Come on.
Come on. Yeah, I'll tell you anyway.
Have a look in.
Yep. There it is. What a reward that is for the team. That is a proper team effort. New PB for me, 46.2, French PB in total, and that is one beautiful creature. Epic bite on the zig, out in the boat. Never landed a fish in a boat before. Carl come out with me, guided me through it, and that's the reward. The fish here are amazing. Absolutely clean as a whistle. Still leached up, hasn't really woken up yet. There it is, 46.2.
conditions were against us a little bit, but we end on a high, right?
This ain't done for us here either. We'd definitely come back at some point, right?
Cheers, babe.
That's quite nice. Should we go home now?
Is that a wrap?
That's right, mate.
Let's go. See you later, mate. I'm out.
Rescue me, babe. Bring me back in.
We got this. You got this.